Nice that you are looking at. Hits Different. Don't forget to subscribe. Hits Different is a song by the American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift. It was first released as a bonus track on the CD-only Lavender edition of her 10th studio album, Midnights, on October 21, 2022. The track was released for download and streaming as part of the Till Dawn edition on May 26, 2023. Written and produced by Swift, Jack Antonoff, and Aaron Dessner. Hits Different is a pop-rock tune with lyrics that reflect on a past relationship and contain references to some of Swift's other songs. Critics complimented the humorous tone of its lyrics and found the production catchy. After it was released for streaming, Hits Different peaked within the top 20 in Australia, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, the Philippines, Singapore, and the United Kingdom. It peaked at number 27 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and number 18 on the Billboard Global 200. Swift performed Hits Different as a surprise song on the Chicago, London, and New Orleans stops of her sixth headlining concert tour, the Eras Tour, 2023-2024. Taylor Swift announced her 10th studio album at the 2022 MTV Video Music Awards on August 28, 2022. She later revealed the name of the album, Midnights, and its album cover on social networks, but the tracklist was not immediately revealed. On a video via her Instagram account on September 6, titled, The Making of Midnights, Swift revealed that Jack Antonoff, who had worked with her before on her 5 studio albums since 1989-2014, was a producer on the album. They wrote and produced Hits Different with Aaron Dessner. Both Antonoff and Dessner are responsible for the track's instrumentation, putting an array of guitars and synths to the mix, with the former also playing percussion, bass, and piano. Other musicians included James McAllister, drum kit, synth sequencing, Sean Hutchinson, drums, percussion, Evan Smith, synths, and Thomas Doveman Bartlett, Prophet X synth. Teenage Engineering Opus 1. The song was recorded across 5 recording studios located in the United States: Los Angeles-based Conway Recording and Sharp Sonics, Electric Lady, Rough Customer, and Long Pond in New York. The track was mixed by Serban Gania, assisted by Bryce Bordone, at Mix Star Studios in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and mastered by Randy Merrill at Sterling Studios in Edgewater, New Jersey. Hits Different is 3 minutes and 54 seconds long. It is a buoyant pop-rock song in an article published in Business Insider. Callie Algrim and Courtney LaRocca described the soundscape of Hits Different as warm and triumphant, like a montage about falling in love or finding freedom in a big city. Although it depicts a reflection over a past relationship, LaRocca described it as a song that evokes the country pop sound of the late 1990s and early 2000s by country crossover acts such as Shania Twain, Alanis Morissette, and Faith Hill. Rob Sheffield of Rolling Stone said the song features plenty of sun-kissed California rock guitar, while Jason Lipschutz of Billboard said that the shimmering guitar and fizzy emotion create a sense of wanderlust, reminiscent of Swift's 2012 album Red. Critics compared the drunken display of heartbreak to Death by a Thousand Cuts from Swift's 2019 album Lover, and the lyrics' comical nature to Drake's 2011 single, Marvin's Room. An emotional breakup song, Hits Different contains funny lyrics and nods to Swift's 2006 track, Our Song. The first verse pictures an image of a heartbreak with an introduction from the singer. I washed my hands of us at the club. You made a mess of me. She imagines her past lover with a different partner, which makes her vomit. In the chorus, Swift makes a glimpse why she feels this way by singing, "It hits different, 'cause it's you." The second verse reveals her mindset regarding the array of her previous relationships, even calling most of them Kens to highlight their interchangeability. She refers to past splits as freeing like summer and sings that her friends recoil from her since she complains about her situation too much. During the tragic bridge, Swift expresses her continuous personal connection to the past lovers' items. Callie Algrim of Business Insider likened a quote from this portion of the song, "Dreams of your hair and your stare and sense of belief in the good in the world," to Evermore album tracks Gold Rush and Dorothea, since both of them contain references to dreaming. Another reference to the former song is found in the end of the bridge, when Swift calls the subject an argumentative, antithetical dream girl, which is reminiscent of the lyric, "At dinner parties, I call you out on your contrarian shit," since argumentative and contrarian are synonyms. It is followed by a third verse, where she hears someone turning a key of her door, hoping it is them, before realizing it might be an intervention towards her. Hits Different features as a bonus track on deluxe editions of Midnights, including a Target-exclusive CD Lavender edition released on October 21, 2022, and a digital Till Dawn edition released on May 26, 2023. The digital release of Hits Different on streaming platforms made it available to chart on the US Billboard Hot 100. It debuted and peaked at number 27 for the week ending June 10, 2023. The track also landed on other Billboard-curated charts, such as Canadian Hot 100, Global 200 and Philippines Songs Elsewhere. It peaked at number 18 on the UK Singles Chart and number 16 on the ARIA Singles Chart. On June 4, 2023, at the Chicago stop as part of her Eras tour, Swift performed Hits Different on acoustic guitar as a surprise song. Stereogram's Tom Bryan reported that the performance was a huge, euphoric sing-along. Billboard and Parade noted that Swift messed up some lyrics. She sang the track again 2 times as part of a mashup with her songs, Death by a Thousand Cuts, 2019, on June 21, 2024. At the tour's London stop and Welcome to New York, 2014, on October 26, 2024, at the tour's New Orleans stop. Having been described as a fan favorite, Hits Different received positive reviews from music critics, with Billboard's Ashley Iasimone calling it excellent, and Alex Hopper from American Songwriter dubbing it as a breakup anthem. Carl Wilson from Slate said that Hits Different is the best bonus track of Midnights because it melodically and lyrically has real, old Taylor verve. But he also agreed that the track would have been out of place on the standard track list, opining that it sounds unlike anything on Midnights. La Rocca dubbed its chorus as one of the catchiest on the album. Additionally, she compared the song's release strategy to New Romantics from 1989. Since both of them first appeared on the physical deluxe editions of their respective albums, whilst being one of the best tracks following its release for digital download and streaming. Stereogum ranked Hits Different the third best new song of the week of June 2, 2023, naming it a falsely chipper sequel of Swift's 2014 single, Blank Space, with funneling self-lacerating, anti-hero vibes in Sheffield's ranking of all the songs in Swift's discography. Hits Different placed 46th. He described its lyrics as wildly funny. Michelle Mendez of Elite Daily described it as an emotional breakup song perfect for anyone in need of some sonic comfort. Rolling Stone's Larisha Paul wrote that in the song, "Heartbreak feels fresh, and its bridge depicts wasteland of all the things that remind the singer of the relationship's end. Maya Georgia, also from Rolling Stone, wrote that the song chronicles a once-in-a-lifetime loss against an addictively jubilant production, reminiscent of early 2000s pop, and praised its bridge in particular. In a less favorable review, Kyle Dennis of Billboard opined that the track is enjoyable but feels bland in comparison to the standard album's strongest tracks. This is the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.